My name is Antonika Chanel. My career in the U.S. Coast Guard, on private yachts as a chief stewardess, and on cruise ships as an officer and lead Eastern medicine practitioner, has equipped me with the ability to provide high-end clientele with Chanel Concierge. So do you want to travel the world and get paid? Let's take your career to the next level. Upgrade yourself. Today I'm going to show you what it takes to become a private jet flight attendant. It's not for everyone, but for those who really want to give it a try, it means the world. Let's go beyond and above.
I'm wandering slowly, that you are no more than a dream. Hey you, we could be more. Hey you, on it. Yeah, it's true, you're all I want. You're all I
So here I'm at Liquid Yachts, and I'm going to get these gloves and this uniform with the scarf because this is probably the most professional look for a flight attendant. This is how I'll dress for the first day when guests come on board, or when owners, the principals, come on board just before we take off. So what do you think? So I got the uniforms, both the blouse and this pencil skirt and the dress with the scarf, and it looks amazing. So thanks Liquid Yachtwear for getting me ready and giving me the right apparel for my next career. You guys are awesome. That was fun. So now I'm headed to the Green Bar kitchen to grab a green smoothie. Gonna open up my laptop, check my resume one last time, and order some business cards and get ready for an incredible week because it's gonna be fun. We're gonna be all around these jets, so we're gonna get a tour of the cabin of the jets. So we're gonna learn the different kinds of jets, which won't be difficult for me since I've worked in the U.S. Coast Guard and worked on Falcons, but I'm really excited to see the Gulfstream and also learn more about some of the agencies like the brokerages and where the FBOs are and all of the FBOs in Fort Lauderdale. I think I'm pretty lucky that I live in Fort Lauderdale because a lot of traffic comes out of here, and there are quite a few FBOs that are, I guess, in the yachting industry terms, it would be yards, or how would you say it? We also call them marinas. So it's like kind of cool. FBO, FA, acronyms, neat stuff. I don't know. I love it. Today is the first day of private jet flight attendant training with Beyond and Above. And I've gone through my checklist this morning to make sure I had everything. Got my smoothie in my car, my 75 question test completed, gone through all the manuals. I have my resume prepared and ready to send, and I'm feeling pretty good. So I'm excited to see how the class is going to unravel. And I'm excited to meet all of the new girls, the ladies who are taking this course with me. I left a little early because the traffic in Fort Lauderdale is pretty bad, and I'm about, 20 minutes away from the training center. There are very few flight attendant training centers in the country, and I believe that Beyond and Above is probably the best in the country. They've been around the longest, and they have some of the best training instructors in the industry, teaching us everything that we need to know and providing us with the most comprehensive education. On the very first day, We got to have a look around in the hangar at some of the aircraft. We spent some time in the FBO, which is the acronym for Fixed Base Operator, and we got to see where the pilots plan and prepare, where a flight attendant would receive the catering and get help to prepare the galley and the cabin for departure. There are several types of charter agencies out there, HopaJet, NetJet, SmartJet, that provide this top-of-the-line service for their clients. And more people are taking this type of route to travel from places like Miami to New York or San Francisco or LA because of the exclusivity and not having to go through all of the security issues and inconveniences that come with flying commercially. The aircrafts are about $50-60 million, and a flight to, for example, New York is about $10,000 round trip. The aircraft is very decadent inside. It looks like a living room, very nice. There's very little space for storage for food. And so we have to be very creative in what we're going to prepare, how we're going to provide silver service, and where we're going to store a lot of the things that we need to take with us on board.
Hey, you. I saw you from the distance. Hey, you. Can we talk? Hey, you. I think you're my subsistence. Hey, you. Or am I wrong? And now, I lose my own slide. My love is out of my mind. And you, I'm not.
Wait. You gotta pull the. No, leave everything. Come this way. Leave it.
Leave it so they don't bring their purses and stuff like that.
Open seatbelt.
Leave everything. Come this way.
Tell her. It's your first person.
Sit and slide. Sit at the bottom.
Up at the bottom.
I lose my own sight. It's out of my mind.
Yeah, fire in the Cali. Tell the captain.
Good.
I feel like a hero. Today is the day before the last day of my training with Beyond and Above, and I am exhausted. Tomorrow I have to get up super early and be in training by 8 a.m. because we are going to learn how to get into the life draft, how to deploy the life draft, and how to help people like with disabilities, how to get into the life draft, and how to be that first responder in the event of an emergency. I will be that person who will be calling all the shots in the event of an emergency. It's pretty radical how most accidents happen in takeoff and in landing. It's about 70%, and 90% of accidents happen due to human error. And so here I am putting myself in this situation where I am not only tending to clients of high net worth and providing them with silver service and preparing their meals and making sure that they're comfortable, but also doing my best to making sure that their life is safeguarded in the event of emergency, and that I know how to respond in the event of an emergency landing or when we have to ditch an aircraft. Beyond and Above has prepared me for all of this, and even though I'm coming to the end of my course, it doesn't mean that that's when the learning stops. Every year I have to do a reoccurrence training, and every takeoff and every touchdown or every time we land, I also have to do what's called a silent review in my head. We also went over a lot of things that a flight attendant needs in the event of low oxygen pressure. What is happening when a person gets hypoxia, and what we need to do and how to recognize these symptoms. We saw videos of aircrafts that have had been in accidents and why they were in accidents and what the investigation said. And it's just unlimited information. It's just really, really great. So in addition to that, we had to go over the safety review for the passengers, and also serve the moment that we are up in the air. And the number one thing about being a private jet flight attendant that is different from being a flight attendant on a commercial airline is it's all about timing. Your timing has to be so spot on that there is no room for wasting time. Because if you're on a flight that's 45 minutes long or an hour long, the moment that the aircraft has reached 10,000 feet, it's time to get that food out, and by the time that food goes out and still in your service has been executed, it's time to pick up all of the food, put it away, stow the galley away, and stow the cabin and secure the cabin before we land. And so it's got to be picture perfect every single time. Get up, serve, and get back in your seat and get ready for landing. It's like a rush. The difference between being on a private jet and a private yacht is like night and day. And I don't know that I would ever go back to yachting. However, I do believe that yachting has prepared me for this next step in my life.
It's true, you're all I